Prepare for the lost art Dark Magician Girl crash. Welcome to the Solemn Yugioh channel where we discuss everything collecting and investing in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, this is a fucking funny one. I was just minding my business, doing some work, and I'm sent this gorgeous mess. Ah, beautiful. So we had a new lost art announcement from Konami. It reads as follows. While local tournaments at your official tournament stores may be on pause for now, there are still many ways you can support your local OTS. With tons of exciting product releases to come this year, we're happy to announce that the lost art promotion will return in 2021. And not only will it return, but you'll get a second chance to collect the special lost art variant of Dark Magician Girl, in case you missed your chance last year. Now, if you don't understand what's going on here, last year, the Lost Art Dark Magician Girl was an exciting release, right? Because wow, this is Dark Magician Girl. It is the ultimate waifu simp material in a special release not many people had access to, so many stores were closed, stores didn't get enough of them, and so people started buying it out. While this was a free card, that one right there. What a cutie, huh? Free card. If you spent 30 bucks at your local game store, it went to 60 bucks. At one point 70, 80, 120, but then of course that needed to come down. So it stabilized at about 60 bucks because people are hoarding them as an investment, right? And now, personally, I have 6 of these, but I did buy them just at a local game store. Like I paid for product, got the promo, and so forth. So I do like this card a lot. It's a cool piece of a collection, especially if you're a Dark Magician Girl fan, but if you went ham on this as an investment, wow, you got fucked. Now, for the foreseeable future, of course, the reprint won't matter because it won't be on the market. But once it comes, do you know how much supply will be added? And more importantly, do you know how many people currently are sitting on this because they thought the supply would be limited? It's very possible that in the coming weeks, people will start dumping them just in case that they become even more plentiful. Which leads us to another funny one we had the other day. I covered how a PSA 10 of this card sold for $1,800. Now, if this was a limited release, it was already a pretty insane fucking number because so many of these are currently still being graded. However, this isn't even a limited release. Now, not only are there still hundreds if not thousands of these waiting to be graded, but at the end of this year, there will be another batch. Wow! So, you know, very often I am pushing against, speculating too harshly on modern product because, well, it's still so readily available, right? And beyond other reasons that makes it extra risky. And so on this one specifically, I thought, you know what? This is a modern product I can get behind, Sometimes I'll just trust that speculative modern power. Fine, I'll go for it. And that's when they get you. That's when you realize, no, nothing is limited. No. Konami will go burr. If something is popular enough, Konami's printing machine will go burr. They did it with Toon Chaos as well, right? The Unlim batch that they did. Yeah. And now the Dark Magician Girl as well. Now, if you are just a collector who wanted to have this in your collection, this is great news for you, right? Like, you are just excited that you will now have access to her at a much lower price, probably. But if you are hoarding them, ho, yikes. I know some companies who are hoarding this one, who are like, oh yeah. Holy fucking shit. Now that we're done laughing, because this was already really funny, like, Konami, I get it though, this was so hyped up. Of course they're gonna reprint it. Of course. We always assumed that they wouldn't. We always assumed that they were limited, right? But then, now they just said, nope. Here's another batch. Yeah. It always boils down to go for the prize cards, maybe tournament packs, and then the vintage first editions. Like, everything else is just not sacred. And within a few short time, they go like, oh, wait, this is popular? And there's more. So the other ones that they're making are Celestia, Lightsworn, Angel. All right, I didn't know that was ever censored, but I like Lightsworns, that's cool. Also have some more Charmers, so we have Raging Iria and Blazing Hita. And another interesting thing is, on this ad, we actually didn't see the Wind Charmer, but I did see, I believe, the Wind Charmer like on a photo passing by. Maybe a store already got it, so that's also part of this. We also got VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon. I don't know what was censored on that. I'm assuming it's not boobs, so maybe there were some guns or something that they censored. Well, now we're getting the uncensored version. And then also Vampire Vamp, so that's pretty cool. Like, that's a cool card. But yeah, I mean, the obvious heavy hitter here is that we are getting a Lost Art Dark Magician Girl batch. Again, that sets some precedent, right? Because like, surely this doesn't necessarily mean that there's zero growth in the future from this card purely because the demand is so high, but it does set a precedent that they're not against just straight up reprinting her again. So while after the second batch, maybe after that there's still growth, honestly, like even there, you should assume she goes to $30 now. At least like when that second batch hits. But if she then goes to $30, you need like 100% growth just to come back to where a lot of people paid in. I don't know, it doesn't look very bright. But you know, that doesn't mean there's no opportunity there. Now the issue is, the second opportunity does arise on her. Who says they just don't go, oh, Lost Art 2024, here's your old favorite, Lost Art Dark Magician Girl, baby. Like, if the demand is there, why wouldn't they, right? They don't have a promise, like they didn't... That's it. I'd be very careful now on Lost Arts, because like imagine if Monster Reborn, let's say like people are like, oh, all the Lost Arts will eventually have some value, right? Oh, what about Monster Reborn? Well, if there's enough demand for Lost Art Monster Reborn, why wouldn't they just reprint that as well? What about the Yugioh pieces? Why wouldn't they reprint it as well? Maybe they do one big Lost Art promotion super set, or they give you the full Yugioh set and a Monster Reborn, like... I'd be very, very careful on these right now. Like, at first I found them to be one of the most interesting modern products to stick with, but now this one reprint is just a big signal. Like, we are willing to reprint Lost Arts. That signal alone should make you very careful around all the Lost Arts, not just this one. Obviously this one the most because it's such a fan favorite, but I don't know, like maybe Yugioh Monster Reborn could be, like, if the growth and the demand is there, why not, right? I'd be very, very careful. Hope you found it interesting. Like, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.